Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Rapture. Yeah, remember when I said at the end of the Bioshock 2 Let's Play that we would never be seeing it again? I lied! Oh, I wish that were true. No, this is the third to last time we'll be visiting Rapture now, thanks to other games, but we'll be getting to that later. Did that security bot just shoot a rocket? We are in for some trouble in this place. Looks like this text has little money. And those of you who get that inside joke get bonus points. So we are Subject Sigma. We are a new Alpha Series, or Big Daddy, I guess not a new one, but a different one than the one we played as in the main Bioshock 2 campaign. It is 1968, and there is just as much war under the water as there is on land. It's quite a shame, really. This place is not looking too good. So the first section here, there's going to be some atom slugs lying around here, so we can pick those up and get some free atom right off the bat, which is kind of nice. I want to say there's about 4 of them. I don't know if I'll find all of them, but they can allow us to get some upgrades a little bit faster than we would normally. It's not critical, but they're there.
It's not going to be easy, but nothing worth doing ever is. You should be able to get inside through an airlock.
Introducing Charles Milton Porter. Yeah, this campaign has an entirely new cast of characters, and usually, as is the case with the Bioshock series, the side characters like that are the most interesting part of the game. And Minerva's Den is no exception in that regard. So, it may be short, but the Minerva's Den is honestly one of my favorite campaigns in the series. I like this campaign, story-wise, better than the main campaign in Bioshock 2. It is incredibly good. But we'll be getting to the fine details as to why much later. Come here, you. Alright, so now that we've collected our disgusting loot, we can finally get inside this place and get our bearings, see what kind of equipment that a Subject Sigma has. He doesn't have... he starts out with better stuff than Delta did, certainly, but he doesn't... we don't have all the awesome stuff we had at the end of the game, though, playing as Delta, unfortunately. And we'll never quite get to that point whenever we won't get obscenely overpowered with stuff like Telekinesis 3 in this. But we'll still get some really cool stuff.
But not cut off from splicing. Don't let your guard down. The den's gone dark, but if you can reset the local power relay, I'll be able to get the juice flowing from here.
Yeah, I need to make it a lot brighter for this. I can barely see where I'm going in here. Sorry, I'm recording this on a different Xbox than what I recorded the main Bioshock 2 Let's Play on because I wanted to be able to show getting achievements on screen. And I was able to do this with the Bioshock Ultimate Rapture Edition, available in stores now. For those of you who don't have either of the game. Actually, 2K has released the Bioshock series with a number of other packages. You can get Bioshock 1 standalone, or you can get it in a combo pack with Oblivion as the Game of the Year edition, or you can get it in a combo pack with a few other games. I think you can get it with Borderlands and one other game. I think it's XCOM. And then Bioshock 2, you can get in a combo pack with a few other 2K games, 2 other 2K games as well, and you can also get the Ultimate Rapture Edition, which has both Bioshock games, and all the DLC for both of them. I think I talked about that a little bit during the Bioshock 2 main campaign Let's Play. I was going to do an unboxing video for it, but I didn't have my current camera at the time, which is also why I didn't do an unboxing video for Bioshock Infinite's limited edition. And Bioshock Infinite as well is also packaged with the Game of the Year edition of Skyrim. Or actually, I don't think it's the Game of the Year edition. I think it's just the Platinum Hits or Greatest Hits version of both games.
The machine has chosen me.
It wouldn't be Rapture if it wasn't, completely run down and messed up. And there's splicers, of course. So Sigma comes with telekinesis right off the bat, which is pretty nice. We can go ahead and whack these guys to death with our drill or various other objects. that will collide with them.
He and I founded Rapture Central Computing together, but the greedy bastard pushed me out years ago. The splicers, the security. He pulls the strings in Minerva's den now.
So I guess my goal for this is I guess I don't really have any particular goal for this. I'm playing on hard, of course. I am going to do an evil run through this, just as I did through the main campaign of Bioshock 2, but I'm not going to deliberately go out of my way to get every audio diary or every... I will be saving, or I will be dealing with every little sister in the campaign, but I will not be... I will be harvesting all of them, and there are no power to the people stations in Minerva's den at all. So we will be finding the natural progressive upgrades for each weapon as we go throughout the environment. We're just going to find a newer, better version of it as we go about, which I think is fine. I mean, the only reason why the power to people stations exist is because of choice, you know, being able to choose your upgrades whenever you want them. So, but the way the game staggers them out like that makes it still more linear. I like the way they do it in Bioshock Infinite Death. We'll be getting that soon enough. So we immediately get a new weapon here. It's an ion laser. And that's it. Like, that's really it. The game is over right now. We just picked up a freaking laser cannon in Bioshock in 1968. What are we, Tony Stark? Anyway. So here's some spider splicers, and of course we're going to completely annihilate them with the freaking laser cannon. Yeah, it's awesome. It's easily one of the best things about Minerva's Den. It's so cool. It's actually not as overpowered as I would like you to believe it is. It's good for right now. It's good against all types of enemies. It has unlimited range. It has a good sight on it. It's basically just the perfect weapon for right now. But it doesn't deal an exceptional amount of damage later on, and you really do have to get the upgrades for it, and using the other weapons is still viable. I will be mixing it up and showing off the other weapons as well, because we will eventually run out of ammo for this, and the ammo for it is not, you know, the game does disperse ammo for each weapon out sparingly, so we won't be able to just use this all the time. So I will be mixing things up and showing off all the other weapons, which is basically, this is the only new weapon. Everything else is just the same weapons from the main campaign. This actually takes the place of the research camera. So instead of, we don't gain any special perks from research. All of the tonics and plasmids we find in the environment or we buy through the Gatherer's Gardens, and all the weapon upgrades we get naturally as we find them in the environment, just like we found this one. So that's really about it. Like, all the enemy progression is going to be very, it's going to be pretty drastic, but not really all that noticeable. But because this, like I said, this is a short campaign, but we won't really need the research camera anyway. So I'm glad they didn't include it, because that would just be tedious. Another reason why I like this campaign. So we immediately pick up the security command here, which I will be completely forgetting to use. But it's still good. I think if I were to get the upgraded versions, you know, like I said, had I actually gotten 40 Eve out there, I would have been able to get a health or Eve upgrade right here. But I really don't want to take advantage of that. It's not critical. Over here is a vacuum bot, and you can actually get an achievement for destroying all of them in Minerva's Den. There's 5 in this section of the level, and there's another 5 in the next level. There's basically 2 levels in Minerva's Den. And if you remember how long it took me to complete an individual level in the Bioshock 2 campaign, that gives you a general idea of how long this campaign is going to be. It's basically an additional 2 levels onto the main campaign. But it's filled with rich detail and very, very captivating story.
That damn door on the fritz again? Somebody around here must have had one of those maintenance tools. I checked the machine room here in the executive wing.
Alright, so we need to go find the remote hack tool, which is still pretty useful. It's back, and we'll be using it a lot in the Minerva's Den. Not to the degree where it becomes tedious, though. These corpses don't really have anything in it. What the hell even happened in here? Like, really? Let's find out.
Shown me so much. My outlook was limited before. Ball games and stock prices, dollars and cents. No, the numbers spiral out. They touch Everything.
Now, obviously,
He didn't
this door
realize
control is
there's a
going to stop
predictive
working
algorithm for
any
you,
second now.
For me, for the destiny of the base allele to the stretch of the galaxy's arm. The thinker is destined
It's there to
give
tell
birth
the
that
player how to
crystalline
use it.
equation, which determines all. I thought I knew its true purpose before.
That hack tool should come in handy. Head back up to my office.
I'm pretty sure you can get unlimited hack darts from this for the time being. We won't be able to come back here indefinitely and replenish them, I don't think. Not that I would take advantage of that anyway.
Minerva's den is mine.
But
You
just for
think
now,
you
I
can
might as
hack
well,
your way to the
max it out.
thinker?
Because we're going to need all these really fast pretty soon
You're
here.
welcome to try.
So I picked up and through his glasses. You'll notice because the Minerva's Den is basically a technology center. It's for the technologically productive members of society in Rapture, which there's quite a few of. So Minerva's Den is quite prosperous in this day and age. But we just disabled that guy, or we killed that guy and disabled his security bot. We took over it, and you'll notice that there are 3 new types of security bots in this campaign. There are ones that shoot arcs of lightning out of them, and that's the one we just recruited now. There are also ones that shoot the ion laser and the ones that shoot rockets, just like we saw at the beginning there. And they are, as you might expect, all ridiculously overpowered, and we will be recruiting as many of them as we can to help us kill things and stuff. Well, yeah, technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. At least according to Albert Einstein. And that could not be any more relevant than here in the Minerva's Den. One thing I'm noticing here is I'm walking really slowly compared to what I'm used to. Maybe not necessarily for this game, because I never really like to have the sports boost plasma tonics on.
Giving you top-level access now.
But just without the drill dash and the fact that I'm used to their games I've been playing lately.
Scanning. Designation. Sigma. Please come in.
So the Thinker is, basically the world's first supercomputer, and it's probably the size of a freaking freight train, wherever it is here in the Minerva's Den. And it seems like it has its own AI, and it's self-aware of what's going on. It's acting as like the security hub and everything. It's ridiculously impossible to conceive that such a thing could exist, but this game still has a pretty good story, even if it's not necessarily the most believable. But suspend your disbelief for a little bit for the city under the ocean built in the 40s for just a minute, and assume that everything is, all well and good. Yeah, I think I had this idea to record these games on this other Xbox for quite a while now. I think Bulletstorm was the first game where I'm actually... No, it was Doom 3 BFG was the first game where I actually was able to do it for. So I definitely want to hack into the save, because we're going to get some really good stuff here, including the Walking Inferno, which is going to be very, very, very helpful for the next upcoming fight here.
In London working for Turing, I didn't see Pearl much. Spent all day and night in a government compound, building a computer to crack the Enigma machine. Pearl got pretty fed up with me. I didn't pay her heed. And then one night, I'm out in that complex, and the blitz starts falling. Next morning, I came home to find nothing but ashes where I last saw her. Nothing but ashes.
I guess he lost his wife during World War II.
And now you collude with this traitor to steal the Thinker away from me? Sigma must be removed from the equation.
Thinker, deploy office defenses.
Alright. Time for a new enemy type. It's a Fiery Brute Splicer. He has been, spliced with, fire elemental plasmids. So he can shoot fireballs at us. He's actually really dangerous. The laser still does damage to him, though. So that's going to be our best bet, unfortunately. fighting a brute splicer with the kind of stuff we have right now is pretty tough, so I wanted to try to use that exploding barrel on him with the telekinesis. That would have been our best bet. And then the turrets and everything in here that he's activating, and the electrical bot we have is pretty helpful against him. I'm going to try to take him out here before he heals. But he does fire elemental damage, so having the Walking Inferno to be able to resist that damage is very helpful against these guys. So good thing they gave us that so early in the game.
Long ago, but the splicing made him paranoid, delusional. He'd murder us both to keep the Thinker here.
So you could probably get through this campaign a lot faster than I'm actually going to, but I want to show off a lot of the side secondary rooms that just have items in them that are not really all that important to progressing through the level. Because why not? You know, we're here for the ride. We're here to take in the scenery. The pleasant sights and wonders of Rapture. Again. Alright, so a random rocket security bot just fell from the ceiling. Probably one that guy was possessing, so we're going to go ahead and hack it into it, and it's now ours. So we now have something else that's obscenely overpowered. Alright, here's another door that's, or a door I should say, that's locked with a magnetic circuit thingy. So we just picked up the spear gun, which is a weapon we all know and love from the Bioshock 2 main campaign. It's the equivalent of the crossbow from the first game, as if I hadn't already mentioned, and it has an upgrade on it, which is an upgrade that I did not, I was not able to show off in the Bioshock 2 main campaign because there are not enough power to people stations in that game to get every upgrade for every weapon in that game, as I said before. So now we're going to be able to show it off now. It's probably why I deliberately did not buy it then, because now it's going to be here anyway. So let's go retrieve our projectile from her exploded noggin and proceed.
A copy of the Thinker and return it to the land of the living.
There seems to be a bit of a disagreement happening here between the security bots and this turret. I wonder if I can persuade them to get along here. What do you know? And for some reason it still decides it wants to shoot one last rocket and cause all sorts of havoc.
Did you know that the Thinker processes the equivalent of 20...
Like I said, this area down here, this office area, is not critical at all. We're just going to get some really good items down here, so I want to make sure to come down here and get some stuff. But the quest arrow is guiding us away from here, so alright, I'm going to get the laser bot now because one of mine died during that exchange. Over here by this flaming desk, we get a new ammo type for the laser. It's the thermal cell, which is more powerful and it does fire elemental damage. So, unfortunately, completely useless against the fiery brute splicers, but it will set every other enemy in the game on fire, which is awesome. So it basically eliminates the need for the incinerate plasma, although we probably will end up getting that anyway, just because. And it's pretty good against big daddies as well. So overall, it's pretty good. I'm going to be using it pretty soon here. But the real attraction, if I can, again, stop this encounter here from ruining everything. See, I'm using a lot of these hack darts. But luckily, I can have all these security bots without having to... Oh. See? What a waste. They killed it. And it gave me nothing. Anyway, there is a tonic down here. It's the Careful Hacker. We're going to go ahead and equip that. I only have 4 slots. I should probably end up buying a new slot with my atom that I have, although I think I end up using it for something else. Like an idiot. So yeah, that's it. That's all that's down here. Wish I could have picked up her shotgun. Yeah, the unfortunate part about the telekinesis right now is just there's not really that much good to kill. Like there's not very much useful items to throw with it except for a few exploding barrels here and there. There's not really a whole lot that I can hurt them with right now. But when I'm gonna upgrade it really soon, at least to level 2 so we can get some of that going on. I don't think we have level 3 in this campaign, but we'll see.